Did you know that Ogboni is one of Africa's oldest secret societies, which still holds power over justice, kings, and even the dead? Today, we're diving into one of history's most guarded and misunderstood societies, the Ogboni. For centuries, their influence has stretched from sacred groves to the thrones of Yoruba kings. But who are they, really? And why have they remained so silent in the face of modern change? By the end of this video, you'll understand why the Ogboni are more than just a secret society. They're a spiritual and political force deeply embedded in West African history. The Ogboni society traces its roots back over 1,000 years to the early formation of the Yoruba civilization in what is now southwestern Nigeria. Originally formed as a sacred order of elders, the Ogboni acted as guardians of tradition and enforcers of divine law. They were not just influential elders. They were spiritualists, judges, political advisors, and sometimes executioners. Their authority derived from Odu Ifa, the sacred Yoruba texts, and they believed their power came directly from Olodumare, the supreme creator. The Ogboni were also gatekeepers to ancestral wisdom, controlling who could access spiritual knowledge and who could not. Initiation was secret, lifelong, and irreversible. In the classical Yoruba kingdoms, Oyo, Ijebu, Egba, the Ogboni held immense power. They advised the Oba, king, acted as checkmates to royal excess, and even had the authority to dethrone a king if he became unjust. The Ogboni council would sit in a sacred chamber called Iledi, and no outsider was permitted inside. Their decisions weren't questioned, their words were law. And their presence was marked by iron, symbols of permanence, justice, and cosmic balance. They controlled land, settled major disputes, and often influenced succession to the throne. In some regions, no king could ascend without Ogboni approval. The Ogboni are known for their secretive rituals. Members wear a distinctive chain around their neck called Edan Ogboni, a pair of bronze or iron figures connected by a chain, symbolizing the balance of male and female energy. Meetings begin with coded chants, offerings are made to Earth Mother, Ile, and ancestors, and justice is spiritually guided. Some initiates report blood oaths, spiritual trials, and ancestral possession during induction. The Ogboni believed they were accountable not just to the people, but to the spirits themselves. Breaking your oath meant spiritual death and often physical consequences. With the arrival of British colonizers in the 19th century, things began to shift. Missionaries labeled the Ogboni as pagan and demonic. Colonial governments tried to suppress their influence. But they didn't totally disappear. They simply went underground. They adapted by creating urban branches in Lagos, Abeokuta, Ibadan, blending Christian facades with ancient rituals. Still, they lost ground to Western courts and church authority. For the first time in centuries, their decisions could be questioned. Their authority over land and judgment was legally challenged. Yet despite this, they survived, and in some regions, they thrived in secrecy. Today, Ogboni lodges still exist. Some say they are purely ceremonial, protecting tradition and culture. Others insist they remain powerful players in politics, land disputes, and even behind-the-scenes influence over key figures. You'll find doctors, lawyers, and politicians among their members. In some circles, membership is still seen as a right of power. Yet rumors persist that some factions engage in mystical rituals for personal gain, that they can spiritually curse or heal, and that some rival groups, like Reformed Ogboni fraternity, have splintered off from modern influence. There have been accusations of ritual killings, political manipulation, secrecy around land grabs, and spiritual coercion. Many of these allegations have never been proven. Still, the fear around their name persists in popular folklore and media. Whether viewed as protectors of heritage or relics of the past, the Ogboni remain a part of African memory. In many ways, they mirror the Freemasons of Europe, guardians of ancient codes misunderstood by the modern world. Some say they operate through NGOs, legal societies, even tech companies. Their language has evolved, but their influence? Still untouchable. But here's the real question. In a digital age where social media rules, is Ogboni still a secret society?